Redeemer High School took their message today to Archbishop Francis Schulte. The group protested outside St. Louis Cathedral in an effort to keep the Archdiocese from closing Redeemer. The school is set to shut down in May because of money problems.
Get the Archbishop himself to come out and try to negotiate, maybe if we bring in some business leaders and get some kind of contributions from business partners, like they do in the public school system, that perhaps we can keep the doors open and let these kids continue and graduate from Redeemer.
Some of the parents say they talked to the Archbishop after Mass for about an hour and a half, but he offered no solutions. First daughter Chelsea.
Parents tried again tonight to save the school. Tonight, the parents said they'd be willing to pay more to keep the high school open. Administrators say they support that effort but can't make any concrete commitments. Mike Longman brings us up to date.
Even as the Redeemer Rams were taking on St. Martin's at hoops, a core group of parents assembled to keep Redeemer alive. It is the kind of parental involvement most school administrators would die for.
And the proposal that we submitted to the board is a proposal that we hope and we feel will help with the financial status of Redeemer High School, that we can meet our obligations to remain open for 4 years at a time.
While parents were unanimous in their pledge to fork out another $200 a year, upping tuition to nearly $2,500, the Archdiocese remains non-committal.
But if there was some cutback in the economy, there was drastically cut back enrollment, we cannot commit as a diocese that the school would continue for another 4 years.
We weren't asking for a blank check. All of our projections were based on meeting yearly goals, and if they weren't met in any given year, that at that time the process would begin to close Redeemer.
It was this protest outside St. Louis Cathedral that forced Redeemer's plight into the spotlight. The debate is not lost on the kids who go to school here.
Look around. Everybody's like a big family, and you know, we don't really have enemies at this school, so we're close together and we need to keep it this way to stop the violence.
Nor is it lost on the athletes who wear the Ram uniform.
After we got the news it was going to close, I went to the back. That's where we changed everything for like practice, and I looked around, did all these plaques like for football, and we like winning championships and everything. It's like a legacy.
The meeting between parents and the Archdiocese came up with little in the way of concrete results. What that means is the school will continue as normal. With the parents asked to market a school for their children, the Archdiocese says it is not certain will last out the next 4 years. Mike Longman, Eyewitness News, Night Watch.
We have some amazing pictures
that will keep Redeemer Catholic High School in New Orleans open. Because of decreasing enrollment, the Archdiocese had said the school would have to close. But after an outcry from parents, students, officials have pulled the school off the chopping block for now. The school will stay open if it can boost enrollment and raise additional money to offset tuition. But there's only a few weeks left to do it all, and students know they'll have to help out.
Well, we just have to be good public people, public announcement people, tell people about the school and try to recruit people. Since they heard all this news about the school closing, they might feel like, well, why should I come here? I mean, why should I come here? Because by the time I'm a junior, it might close on me.
But school officials hope to raise money for the long-term future of the school by involving local businesses, and they've already gotten a hefty commitment from Ruth's Chris Steakhouse. Warren?
Well, if you
it's time for the faculty, students, and parents to give it all they've got. They have just a month to recruit dozens of new students or else their school may shut down. Tonight, the official recruiting began.
Redeemer wants you in terms of the This guy is serious about his mission.
If keeping Redeemer open is a mission, meet the general, Principal Arthur Schmidt.
We have to move quickly. We're looking for a commitment by the 17th of February.
Today he mobilized the troops. Each student is a recruiter. Their assignment is not an easy one, to get more kids to come to Redeemer or risk having it shut down.
First I'm going to talk to my relatives and friends and try to talk them into coming, because I know a lot of people are already in elementary school, and I'm trying to talk them into coming here.
I'm going to tell them that Redeemer is a place where I've learned to grow as a person and intellectually, and where my opinions have been heard and I've been treated as a person and not a number.
Just to get an idea of how many students they need, 50 kids are graduating this year, so they have to recruit 50 more students, as well as an additional 8 to keep the school open. The students are not alone in trying to recruit. The parents and faculty are in on it too.
We're seeking kids for 8th, 9th, and 10th grade level.
Tonight they got a crash course in recruiting from a professional.
You know, any effort that y'all can give to help communicate the message that Redeemer is planning to stay open. Redeemer is a wonderful school, and you're going to be planning for the future.
So they'll go to elementary schools and middle schools looking for more kids. They're fighting with such vigor because of the rich history locked inside these halls, a tradition that dates back to the 1930s, when they hope to continue through the 1990s.
It's like, no, I had the chance. Like, the future Redeemer is in my hands, you know. I can either go out there and just don't do anything about it, or go to other schools and tell them, hey, you know, come to Redeemer. This is, you know, this is where it's at, you know.
Redeemer has until the beginning of March to get 58 more students.
One Louisiana
Compassion if they want to keep their school open. Right now things are looking better. What they may not know is that they are also inspiring other Catholic schools that may close to fight with that same vigor. Redeemer is the school that refuses to lay down and die. When the Archdiocese threatened to close it down because of declining enrollment, the students, faculty, and parents picked up the ball. They protested, then they got started recruiting, trying to get 58 more kids to keep the school open. Right now, things look good. Across town here at St. Peter and Paul Elementary, the faculty, parents, and students must have been watching what was going on at Redeemer. You see, this school's under the threat of being closed too because they don't have enough students. So they want to do what the people at Redeemer are doing.
It has affected us because we are seeing the parents getting together and asking, well, what can we do? So they're coming to us and they're trying to get meetings organized and petitions going to try to see if they could help keep our school open.
St. Peter and Paul Elementary has been open for a long time, 124 years, and people here hope to keep it open for a lot longer. But enrollment is down, way down, so parents and faculty have come out.
We have to get together here and see if we can just kind of save our school.
At tonight's meeting, those at Peter and Paul hope to get lots of community support so the doors will stay open.
Go to the school board and ask them, what does it take for us to stay open? What is that going to be the requirements?
The Archdiocese says money is what they need, and lots of it, more than $50,000. It may seem like a lot, but as the kids at Redeemer have taught them, it's not out of reach. Parents and teachers at St. Peter and Paul are contacting businesses in hopes of getting more money to keep their school open.